I work the dark. I work the dark until sunrise on most days and fall asleep as the world awakens to light. My friends call me an owl. I like to think of myself as Batman, the Prince of Darkness. I'm just going to tell you my life's journey in very simple words, and which may not leave you inspired, but will help you survive this life. And if you can do that, kids, if you can survive, happiness, creativity, and success will follow on its own. I come from a very normal, lower middle class family. I saw a lot of failure. My father was a beautiful man and the most successful failure in the world. My mother also failed to stay long enough with me to see me become a big movie star. Let me tell you very honestly, whatever happened to me happened because I've always been terrified of failure. I don't want as much to succeed as much as I don't want to fail. We were quite poor actually, and let me tell you, poverty is not an ennobling experience at all. Poverty entails fear and stress and sometimes depression. I watched my parents go through this several times. At an early age after my parents died, I equated poverty with failure. I just didn't want to be poor. When I came from Delhi, I had no family. I had nobody. And I tell this to everyone that I have an extended family in all the filmmakers, all these leading ladies, all the producers. If it wasn't for them, I genuinely would not be celebrating 25 years of my life here. So I thank you, and I'm extremely, extremely grateful that you made my life what it is. Thank you very much. So journeys can be defined by age and time, or even by destinations, as most often they are. But I feel it's hard for me to tell you the story of my life in those terms because the concept of time has always eluded me. The day my father died seemed longer than my entire childhood. The day I felt my first success seemed fleetingly long, not long enough perhaps. I wondered where it went. And as for my destination, I don't think I ever knew one. I walk, I run in the direction of my dreams. Things change along the way, people change, I change, the world changes, and even my dreams change. I don't have a place to arrive. I just keep doing what I know how to do the best that I can do it. So I'll tell you the story of me, but I'll tell it in my own way. In the language of my perceptions, in the things I think matter beyond fame, success, and the dyeing of my grey hair. I have understood that the measure of my life lies in the expanse of my heart's experience, and nothing else matters. If you take anything out of it, good. Only I hope my words will give you enough insight when you hear the story that I have to tell you, that you can tell the world, move over, you're standing on my oxygen tube, I need to breathe, yeah. My life is a testament to this duality. Many a nights I have gone back home after receiving an award, pumped up and all happy, and just to read on the internet that what I really deserved was the golden banana for the worst actor of the year award. I momentarily lose my ability to give and close up. And here's where the trick is. When you are in this place of despair, when you walk out of this college, this university, and walk the path of life, where the world is tearing you down into yourself, there's only one thing you can do to survive. Hang on to who you are inside. The world will be unkind to you. It will not be able to see you. You must learn at such times to be able to see yourself. Do not be afraid to defy conventions. Do not be afraid to destroy systems that kill art and your souls. Do not be afraid to be hungry. And do not be afraid to walk alone if necessary. Because on a tightrope, we all walk alone. Life as a created person is like walking on a tightrope. I have to keep balancing. And when faced with dissent or unappreciation, I start losing my love affair with my own audience. It becomes a tight balance act to keep doing what I do best and not be bothered by the reactions of the people I do it for in the first place. I dance harder, I cartwheel longer, and I pirouette on my rope, stretched taut beneath my feet, and I try not to slip. I can slide but never fall. And all this while, I have to keep a smile on my face and keep signing autographs and taking pictures. And why do I do this? Because I'm an actor. I need to say this. I need to somehow express this because there are not very many people who understand and know this part of me. Because every time I go anywhere, it's all about Shah Rukh Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, the big superstar. But it's not all about me at all, ever. And then there was a time I lost my parents very early in my life and I miss them dearly. So all of you who still have yours, don't listen to them. Fool them if you must. A bit of lying is also welcome. But make sure you cherish what you have, because when you don't have them, like me, you really miss someone to be rude to, someone you can take for granted, someone to say and do whatever you wish with. You miss the comfort of being loved unconditionally. And the last bit, a fiendish friend called failure. Whether I like it or not, my life has also been in constant play with what the world calls success. Success is a wonderful thing, but it tends not to be the sort of experience that we learn from. We enjoy it, perhaps we even deserve it, but we don't acquire wisdom from it. And maybe that's why it cannot be passed on either. Me being successful does not mean my kids are going to be successful, even if I teach them everything that I know and how to do it. So I feel that talking about success is completely a big waste of time. Instead, let me tell you very honestly, whatever happened to me happened because I've always been terrified of failure. At an early age, after my parents died, I equated poverty with failure. I just didn't want to be poor. So when I got a chance to act in films, it wasn't out of any creative desire. I say this honestly. It was purely out of the fear of failure and poverty. Most of the films I signed were discards of better-known actors, and the producers could not find anyone else to do them. I did them all to make sure that I was working to avoid unemployment. The timing or something was right. I worked very hard. There were other people around it. And I became a big star. The films became big hits, which means sometimes our success is not the direct result of our actions. And let nobody tell you that. Success sometimes just happens. Really. It is accidental, and we have to take credit for it. I do it sometimes sheerly out of embarrassment. I don't want as much to succeed as much as I don't want to fail. So I believe the true path to success is through the fear of failure. If you aren't scared enough of failing, you're unlikely to succeed. It's not pleasant to fail, it's tough. All of us experience it. You will too, if you haven't already. So use it to succeed. How I've done is, a few points I'd like to say. Firstly, it's not the absence of failure that makes success. It is your response to failure that actually helps to buffer the reverses that you experience. Failure also gives me an incentive to greater exertion, harder work, which invariably leads to later success in most cases. Repeated failure has taught me to stop pretending I'm someone else. It's given me the clarity to stick to things that really matter to me instead of distracting me from my core. Failure also gets you to find who your real friends are. The true strength of your relationships only gets tested in the face of strong adversity. Overcoming some of my failures has made me discover that I have a strong will and more discipline than I suspected. It has helped me to have confidence in my ability to survive. Failure is an amazing teacher. There's a well-known story of this very successful man, and a reporter asked him, "Sir, how is it that you always succeed?" And he said, "Right decisions." I said, "How do you make right decisions?" And he says, "Experience." He says, "How do you get so experienced?" He said, "Wrong decisions and failure." So do fail, and it's all right to fail. My hope for all of you is that you retain a lifelong love of learning, that you never cease to dream exciting and inspiring dreams, and when you fail, you fail well enough to succeed the next time. Don't be afraid of being afraid. Be afraid of not facing your fears and failures. And failure is your fiendish friend. Keep him close. And as my son sent a message, don't take no shit from anybody. God bless you. Thank you very much.